Okay, that banging you're hearing, I don't know if that even sounds like anything to you, but that's one of those ASMRs of someone that's peeling eggs. Doesn't make me sleepy because now it seems like what? It's a thing now to peel eggs, and it's a challenge, and it's all over TikTok. It's Rob and Lizz, his morning crew on his radio.
Yeah, peeling not just eggs, like not hard-boiled eggs, which is hard enough to do, but these are raw eggs. I don't even understand in my brain how that works.
You can't. As soon as you crack the thing, it's going to be all over your hands. You can't peel it.
I would think, but they say that people are doing this on TikTok, on social media, and they're not breaking the membrane, which is what would cause that, the egg to go everywhere.
I have no idea. I've never tried it. That's a challenge I'm not going to take. But people are live streaming it, and it's getting millions of hits to live stream you peeling an egg and not hitting this membrane thing, whatever.
Right. Yeah. Well, doctors and dentists have done this for years, from what I understand. I never went to medical school, so I don't know that for sure. But from what I understand, that's how they practiced their surgical skills, is peeling an egg and not breaking the membrane.
Well, that makes sense. You would need that kind of skill, right?
I would think so.
But I ain't no doctor.
Rob and Lizz, his morning crew.
We've all at one time or another had something taken from us, but not like this. His morning crew with Rob and Lizz, his radio.
Yeah, nothing like this. Here's some guys playing golf. This is in Australia. And when they get back to their golf bag where all their clubs are in, one gentleman noticed there was a crab that crawled up to the top of the bag, attached itself to the clubs. And the snappers on this, the pinchers on this crab is so powerful, it's cutting the club in half.
What?
Yeah. These are huge crabs. This is called a robber crab. And the thing, it's Australia. The thing, it doesn't look like a traditional crab that you see around here at our beaches. But the thing is humongous. And literally, one guy picked up several clubs at the same time out of his bag. The crab is still attached to it and literally was snapping the club in half. It's amazing. Amazing what these crabs are doing.
I am so glad that the guy didn't put his hand down in the golf bag, to grab balls or whatever.
Well, the crab wasn't in the bag. It was on top of the bag where the clubs, you know how the clubs stick out of a golf bag? He was there. That's where the crab was. And you can't miss it because the thing is humongous.
But he could have been, given a few more minutes, he could have crawled down in there, and then the guy's finger,
I don't know. The crab is so big. I don't think it could have fit down there, especially with all the clubs that were in the way. But oh my word. But yeah, you're right. If it was a tinier crab, that could have happened to his fingers.
Ouchie.
I don't want to think about that.
Rob and Lizz, his morning crew.
Have you seen possibly some buses, more of the bloodmobiles and that type of thing where you are? We actually had two buses at our church this past weekend that were really trying to drum up some of their blood supply. There's a huge shortage. In fact, they say it's the biggest shortage in decades. And so need some people to donate some blood. The American Red Cross is putting pleas out everywhere. You'll see the bloodmobile around. Hospitals need it for surgeries, transplants, even cancer treatments. I have had blood transfusions because of hemoglobin, things like that. So it's more than just, somebody that was in a wreck or a surgery or something like that. But you could save a life.
Definitely. So take a look around. I know the bloodmobiles are out in full force right now. So you can always go Google it. And if you see one, you can always stop and help out a lot of people.
Rob and Lizz, his morning crew.
Okay, I'm going to shock Lizz by this knowledge. Watch what's going to happen here. Liz, the Queen of England, has been in monarch for 70 years. How you like that?
I honestly can't believe that. You know that.
Yeah.
Not because I don't think that you're knowledgeable, but that's something you're not necessarily as interested as I am.
That is very, very true. I found out one other thing.
What's that?
The Queen likes pudding.
She does like pudding, but it's not like the pudding that you and I like. It's not that Jello pudding stuff that you buy in the box. It's not that kind
Oh,
of pudding at all.
no?
No, in England, a pudding is more of like a sticky cake,
Oh.
but they call it pudding, but you steam it. It's a whole thing.
So in her
But
fridge at home, she doesn't have one of those plastic cups that you peel off the top and you see the swirl of chocolate and vanilla all in one little pudding cup.
no, she doesn't have, what is it,
Oh.
Hunt's snack packs or whatever.
That's
No.
too bad.
She
She's missing
has
out.
I don't know. These are pretty good from what I understand, a sticky toffee pudding, but they're having a big contest to celebrate that the queen has been on the throne for 70 years. They're going to have a huge celebration this year over a couple of months. But one of the things that they're doing is they're having a pudding competition. You got to come up with your own recipe, and then they may serve it to the queen. It's going to be judged by Mary Berry, who do you know who that is?
I have no idea. Is that English version of Martha Stewart or something?
Probably so. That's a very good comparison because she is all the rage as far as baking goes, and she's written all these books. But love her to death. She always says things are scrumdiddlyicious and all this stuff. So I love her. But she's going to judge it. Bad thing for me is they're only going to allow people that live in England to get in on this competition.
You would have done it, wouldn't you?
I'm going to do it anyway.
You're
I
still
really
going to
am.
submit something, huh?
I'm going to submit something to you guys because I am going to make a traditional English pudding on Lizz's Ugly Bakery in a couple weeks.
No way. Really?
Yes, I'm going to come up with my
Well.
own recipe.
Okay. I'm going to fast that day so I can eat all of that.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
That 30 minutes was priceless. I still remember being out there. His morning crew with Rob and Liz, his radio,
Out where?
out on the playground.
Oh, you mean like recess at school?
Yes.
That was only 30 minutes for you?
Yeah, we got about 30 minutes.
I'm so sorry.
How long did you get?
30 minutes.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I'm writing a letter to somebody.
Yeah, well, it's way too late. I'm years removed from grade school. But you know what I just read? I just read that they just did this study when it comes to kids in recess and particularly exercise because it's helping grades now. Exercise helping school grades. Go figure, huh?
I can see that because, kids are getting out all of their energy on the playground. And so when they come in, they can be a little more focused because they don't have all that energy running around their little bodies.
Yeah, like going out and playing soccer. So they're saying get the kid on a soccer team or out for a daily jog, which my neighbor a couple of doors down, they ask their kids to go out and run every day, to do a jog around the neighborhood every day. It's amazing.
It helps mom and dad. I'm telling you, get that energy out and they go to sleep so much easier too.
So they're saying there's a connection between the cardiorespiratory health and academic success. And so it's like get out, play soccer, get on one of those soccer teams at the rec league or something like that, just so the kids are doing something every single day. And you can be like my neighbor up the road. I see Johnny and Grace running constantly in the evening.
Very cool. I used to love going to the playground and playing like the games where a bunch of kids would play, whether it was Red Rover or, whatever, when you're really little and you'd play those types of games or act out a movie. We used to play Star Wars when I was a kid on the playground. That was so much fun.
Oh, I can see Liz right now with a lightsaber and being Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
I didn't get great grades, but I was always outside when I was growing up as a kid. There wasn't a lot I did. I mean, there was the soccer league. So that was about it. And then there was mischievous stuff I shouldn't have done, like throw rocks at trains as they went by. That seemed to be a pastime. But we were outside climbing trees and all that other stuff.
Oh, yeah. We would play until you would hear all the moms and dads yelling at everybody to get in. We would run behind. I remember this in the spring or the summer, running behind the bug truck. Do you remember that?
You mean the spray?
Yes.
As they're spraying for mosquitoes?
Yes, and I don't know why, but if we heard that truck coming, like all the kids in our neighborhood, our apartment complex would run out and run behind them. I don't know why.
They get the bugs off you.
guess.
I mean, they're spraying for bugs. Ella's here at 800-447-7234. What did you do, Ella?
Okay, so my brother and I, we used to play with the little G.I. Joe men. My little sister wanted to always play, and we didn't want her to play with us, so our code word was MEN, MEN. We would spell men really fast, like she never really could figure it out. It was really funny.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
Okay, we were just talking about Liz on his radio, the way that she would run as kids in her neighborhood behind the bug truck when it was spraying, the thing during the summer.
Yeah, I don't know why we did that, but all the kids in our neighborhood, when you would hear the bug truck or somebody would yell bug truck or whatever, you'd just run out in the middle of the street behind the bug truck and just, I don't even know, sniff it all up. No, I don't know.
And she turned out okay. Evidently, she was
relatively
safe. And the rest of the kids in the neighborhood at 800-447-7234.
Yeah, and Joyce texted and said, we used to play outside until dusk or when the streetlights came on. But one of her fondest memories, she used to climb an apple tree in her backyard and take along her clarinet case. And that's where she would practice her clarinet.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
I can still
interesting.
see that in my head, yeah.
I like that. Cindy's here as well. What were you doing, Cindy? You said something about the bug truck.
I ran behind the bug truck as well.
Go get out. Why?
Because it was just so much fun. You could smell the bug truck. I don't know if Liz had a smell, but ours had a smell.
Absolutely. I remember that smell well.
We would wait on him, and we would just run down the street behind him. You couldn't see nothing because of all the fog, but it was...
Right?
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
So I understand there's an open mic I'm supposed to play right now.
Yes, absolutely.
You want me to play
Very
this right
important.
now? I haven't heard it.
Okay, yes, I want you to play it right now.
Okay, here we go. Open mic.
Me and my son were the ones that y'all played yesterday saying, go dogs, but he was already at Montessori school by the time you played it, and when I told him, he was bummed because he didn't get to hear us. So if you have time, could one of you say, Trevor Johnson, have a good day at Montessori school today? Preferably between 7:45 and 8 o'clock when I'm dropping him off, so maybe he could hear it. Thank you if you're able to. Have a great day. God bless.
You too, Dad. Hey, well, it looks like we got that in on time.
Dad made it happen.
I know,
through
right?
the
And by the
My
way,
HISRadio app.
here is Trevor. There he goes. Excited about what happened on Monday night with them winning the national championship right there. Go Dogs, which is good. By the way, what we're talking about is the open mic, which is on the My HISRadio app. And if you have the app, or if you download it like right now, Google Play in the App Store, in the next few minutes, exclusively on the app, you'll be able to win one of those HISRadio Bluetooth speakers.
Yeah, you sure can. Just download it right now because that window is going to open in just a few moments, only open for 15 minutes. So you got to make sure you get in and you register right away. It's the My HISRadio app.
Yeah, we're doing this several times throughout the day. So if you're like, okay, I don't have the app, I don't have time to download it, it's okay. You'll have another opportunity to win coming up just a little bit. But that's opening up in just a few moments on the My HISRadio app to win one of those HISRadio Bluetooth speakers.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
So Linda was out, and Linda's a little older. She's elderly. She lives by herself, and she was going out to check the mail, and her mailbox is quite a ways from her home. Now, normally when it's super cold, she doesn't go out and check her mail, like unless somebody's around or she's all bundled up. But whatever, she goes out, she checks it. The wind chill was 5 below zero.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And she struggled because she slipped on the ice and she fell. She was out there, 5 below zero. She was out there for 19 minutes. She lives on a really busy road. Nobody stopped.
You mean cars kept going by even though they saw her down?
Yep. And, I'm going to err on the side of maybe they didn't see her. Possibly she, fell down a little ravine or something like that, was covered. But yeah, for 19 minutes, nobody stopped to help her at all until Chris, who was delivering mail on a route he didn't normally run, he spotted her. He got her. He picked her up. He said, if it was my mom or grandma, you better believe I would hope somebody would stop and help her. Got her back in the house. They say he saved her life.
Good for him. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
When it's below
absolutely.
zero like that and she's out there all by herself, probably not as warm as what you would expect. Didn't bundle up like she was going to go out for a long winter day. Oh, my. I'm so grateful he was observant.
Me too. She was just running to the mailbox. Thank goodness. Chris was at the right place at the right time.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
Okay. This is a 911 call. This is going to be really shocking. Hang on.
St. Clair County 911. What's the address of your emergency?
Now, what you hear next is going to be really shocking. Don't be too alarmed. But here's what happens with the call.
St. Clair County 911. What's the address of your emergency?
Here it comes.
Hello, some of my toys are missing.
Some of my toys are missing. Some of my toys are missing. She goes on.
Some of your toys are missing?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your mommy at?
She's in the shower.
She's in the shower.
I'm glad she knows how to call 911.
Yeah. So her toys are missing, and she calls 911.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your mommy at?
She's in the shower.
Well, what toys are missing, sweetheart?
She got to think about it.
My Barbie and also my baby shark toys.
Your baby shark toys are gone too?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's time to get down. The 911 operator is very concerned on what happened.
Do you know where they went?
I think the bandit stole them. Will you find them?
Yeah. Can I talk to your mommy?
Mommy finally comes on about a minute later. The Barbies and the baby sharks are missing, and she thinks a bandit stole them. So she called 911.
If they're gone, it had to be a bandit, right?
Right,
That's the way that works.
Yeah, that's little Addie, and she's 6 years old, and she's getting a lesson now on what to use 911 for.
And it's not Barbies.
And let me tell you, the 911 operator, I love her. Isn't she so great?
She was so sweet. I mean, she took the time to really find out. I mean, thankfully, she didn't have any other emergencies going on, but she took the time to validate this little girl's feelings.